Ayahuasca was the cure to all my problems, all my pain from childhood in adult life, and I can tell I'm finally a healed person. And today I want to storytell to you my experience in Peru with ayahuasca. The calling was quite long, at least 1 year, and I really don't remember how I even heard the first time about this medicine. I'm into spirituality at least 5 years, and also everything happened so smooth and so like by miracle. And everything started with a book that for sure everyone knows, that is The Secret, and I read it in Italian. And in Italian it's called La legge dell'attrazione chiedi ti sarà dato. Even my mom now she's cooking because it's Easter in 2 days. Actually tomorrow is Sunday, and she's reading this book too. I'm gonna show you how it looks in Italian. This is exactly the book that started all my spirituality, and I would like to share it to everyone, to my kids, to people that I don't know. Actually, this is in Italian, and in English is The Secret. But let me go back to the story about ayahuasca and how this calling started to be more intense and intense. I was in Brazil for New Year's Eve. I was in Carnival too, but before in New Year's Eve. And it was one of the best festivals ever, like with my friends, amazing scenery, amazing party, but the only thing I wanted was to be alone. I was seeking answers, I was seeking healing, and it was not something even in particular, it was like something very mysterious feelings, but not, I was kind of depressed. So I decided to go by myself alone to Peru. I founded a retreat of not many days because the detox of the 7 days I did it by myself, and was one of the best choices I could ever do. And day by day I understand why, because I was living but I was not myself 100%. I was a lost soul in this beautiful world, but without knowing my purpose and without knowing my potential like a human being, my potential like mentality and soul and energy and everything. The ceremony itself was in a beautiful temple, and the place was called the House of the Grandmother. And I exactly started already to see myself in my pain, in my exact moment of my childhood that I suffered more. I felt very abandoned when my parents left when I was 5 years old, and I grew with my grandmother. So this was the part of my life that I suffered like a baby, like a soul more. And I was so ready to see anything. I was even ready to die and reborn again, because I'm so in peace with myself, and I think and I feel I'm a good soul, so I was not afraid to see bad things. The only thing I was ready it was to feel loved and to feel healed by Mother Ayahuasca. And what can I say is that I didn't trip. I didn't went out of my head. I was always present. But the only thing I really saw from the past was this scene of me when I was 5 about my parents, and I was literally crying and seeing everything and embracing this pain. But this pain was just good for me to reborn and to project the best of the future. And then I was asking myself why I cannot trip, because actually ayahuasca is a medicine. For who doesn't know, it's actually from Peru. It's from plants, and you boil it and you create like a tea and you drink it like a tea. And when the shaman gave me the first portion of the ayahuasca, he literally put it on his heart, and he told me take it with love, and he poured me in my hands and I put it in my heart too and drink it. And I was literally feeling that I am pouring, the intention was to feel and to receive love. And for all the ceremony that was of 4 hours more or less, from 5 p.m. till 10 or 9 p.m., I felt only love. I literally felt like it's my mom loving me 1,000 million more. And when the next day I woke up, I still didn't understand what happened, because actually I didn't trip, nothing happened. But from that day, going more and more and more, I was receiving more blessings and more love and more miracles. Every day, God was sending into my life someone that was so special and so many more awakenings, and I couldn't understand why, but I understood it's because of the ayahuasca. One very interesting thing is that on my left there were two more girls, and on my right there were like three men. So actually, the ceremony and the people there were not a lot. I can say that no one puke, vomit, you can call it like that. So actually no one of us had like very deep healing or bad traumas. And this is a good thing because recently I met a guy and we had such a beautiful deep connection, and just speaking, he also did ayahuasca, and he also, from all his friends and people from the ceremony, was the one that didn't have this type of revealing. So I was telling, on my left, the girls, they was kind of like dancing and enjoying the music because the shaman was singing and playing the guitar and then like a flute or something like that. And on my right, the men, they wanted to stay like still like this. And me, like a person, I always follow my instincts and my feelings, and I wanted to stay like the man, like this, just to embrace the moment and the trip. And I was thinking maybe I am very feminine energetically in my soul, but my mind is very masculine. So this was a confirmation for me that I can be very good in business and very like focused mindset because I have a lot of good masculine energy too. So if before I was a spiritual person, let's say my energy was already into this kind of journey, I was meditating, journaling, manifesting my life, but if I was manifesting something was maybe 5-10%. Now with my new awakeness, my new energy, I can manifest something very quick, like literally one day after or 1 week after. And if something I didn't manifest yet, my brain, my soul, my body are all so connected that I know, so I think, I know anything I want already will be mine, because the quantum field already exists. It's how you project, how you connect, and how you tune in the right energy to manifest what you want. And it's not a fact. I mean, it's not something I am inventing. It is a fact. And I'm gonna illustrate to you maybe in another video also, like writing down exactly how this works. But guys, if I have the life I have, and I also grew up in a very poor environment, and life gave me possibility to raise up myself, it is possible for everyone. It doesn't matter from where you come. It's matter if God blessed you with a good brain and with a good soul to raise up yourself from the situation you are now. And that I don't think only about myself. I literally want to help humanity. When I will not be anymore in this world, I want people to remember me for how good I made to themselves, how I made them feel, what like print I left in this world. So before ayahuasca, I wanted to invent something that is connected with childhood traumas, or to invent a machine, something that heals the problem mental issues. Now after ayahuasca, I literally understood I can do it, but it's not the main goal. The main goal is to help people, and I can help people with speaking, because randomly I was like swapping on Instagram and I saw this girl. Now she has like 14 million followers on Instagram, and she wrote even a book that I wrote. I read it, and I think it's one of the best books ever, because it's so easy to read, and it's called Be It Until You Become It. And I literally understood every word. And this girl, she was a single mom on a very financial situation, and she just leveled up herself, and now she's living the life of her dreams. So this is literally possible for everyone. One of my favorites meditation and mentors is Joe Dispenza. Every time I go to sleep, I put the headphones and I manifest and I meditate with his videos on YouTube. I literally think YouTube now is the most powerful and beautiful social media, because I don't have time for Netflix. I use TikTok because it's good for content. You hope like some videos go viral, And another girl I really respect is the Wizard Liz, and she kind of had the same situation, and she also came up from a very like difficult childhood, and now she made herself with YouTube, with content, with books. So it's literally something that resonates a lot with me too. So if you are looking for a sign and you were thinking to do it, I can tell, do it. What do you have to lose? The worst thing that can happen, you will see your traumas, you'll see your problems, and then at the end, like magic will not be anymore. So you'll reset your energy, you'll understand many things that your mind couldn't understand before. I'm 27 now, and I literally feel that my real life is happening now. I own a business. I think this year I will get married, or I will think that I will find the love of my life. But this is not the main choice, the main point. The main point is that I literally understood how many things I can do like a human being, and I can manifest and I can do anything I want. So ayahuasca basically is a blessing. It's a blessing that you can do for yourself. It's a blessing that you can do for humanity, because we are one. More you improve yourself, more you improve the humanity. And let's just try everyone to do something with 1% every day. And only like that we can create this beautiful world, peace and love. I literally don't even understand why the war exists, but this is a very huge argument that I don't want to touch today, because if I would be a queen, I would be the queen of peace and love everywhere. So my experience with ayahuasca was lovely, it was a blessing, it was the thing I don't even have words. I just feel the best version of myself every day. I woke up so blessed, so grateful, so excited to live another day of my life. And I just want to create a lot of beautiful things. I'm already doing it. So if you are afraid about this experience, don't be. The worst case, as I told again, you can see your traumas, but the obstacle is the way, the pain is the way. When you struggle, when you have pain, then you can appreciate the beautiful things in life. So thank you so much for listening to me on my second video. Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Thank you so much.